It is my place to be, my existence in every shadow, in every silhouette, in the light and shade of who I was.
The first information that we got was of a body, a boy and a girl found nude somewhere in Vasant Kunj. That was the first information that we got.
It could be anybody.
This is a story that we need to tell the world so that it doesn't happen again.
This was every woman's story.
This story, I think, shook up the citizens not just of Delhi but across the country.
There was a point in time when my own family members wanted to join the protest.
Just something struck a chord with people this time.
After all that emotion, she just gave up and she just died.
There was so much anger. There was anger that the perpetrators were not caught. There was anger against government apathy.
It didn't feel as though something will actually happen.
You know what they say? They say law is for people, people are not for the law. You can't make examples out of people just because you think they are guilty of a crime and they need to be subjected to this punishment.
Where I lived my dream, in the lanes and alleyways of all that could have been.
In our newsroom, we thought this was a moving bus. A girl had been gang raped and thrown out. And through the night, all those gory details started pouring in. And I think by midnight that night, we at Headlines Today, all of us, who had decided about next day's coverage, had decided that this is going to be a really big story. We had no clue about the anger that was, going to spill out onto the streets in Delhi.
Post 17th was the time when we started witnessing sporadic protests. It started first at Safdarjung, in fact, where the girl was admitted.
Initially, the doctors at Safdarjung were kind of circumspect. They were not very friendly and forthcoming with details of what Jyoti was going through, the kind of treatment she was giving. Very sketchy information would come out.
On 18th and 19th, there were several attempts, several groups, women organizations, student groups, especially the people from the JNU. The student body from the JNU, they played a very vital part in organizing the initial protest. They wanted to first go and meet Sheila Dikshit. They were stopped. Then they started walking towards the president's office. On 20th, a large section of people, when they were trying to go towards president's house, they were stopped. And then were the next 2 days of dramatic protests here at Vijay Chowk.
You had candlelight vigils, you had silent marches, you had silent sit-ins by people who just wanted to come out and extend their support. People who wanted to convey to the establishment and to the powers that be that they had taken enough.
So the police is out in large numbers ensuring the total implementation of Section 144. All around us you can see very poignant scenes out here. Protesters.
Girls were being beaten up, they were thrashed, they were being dragged. I remember a shot where a police man was dragging a girl, her clothes were going all over the place. It just shook me.
We want justice! We want justice! We want justice!
The establishment, courts, everyone, the system in general was spooked because for the first time this wasn't a movement that had a face, it didn't have an identity. It was completely organic. It was completely viral. This was, people who didn't have a leader. It was just thousands of people in Delhi, from Haryana, from outside, who just converged on the city to express their anger.
remember on the night of the 29th, my colleague Ankit called me and he told me, you know, they're going to officially announce it. We both knew what officially announcing it was, that Jyoti's dead. I went off to sleep. But what really hit me was the morning after.
Every corner that stood in the shade, the sudden light of places known, in motion moving away, the city shall be, as I left it be. The sound of traffic that passed me by, I dreamt to be. I lived to be.